Hello and welcome. This is the AI Agency Blueprint, step by step for 2025. We're going to be talking about how you can go from knowing nothing to making 10K a month. My name is Mikey. This is me with Russell Brand. Recently, I did some marketing work with him. I've been doing this for a long time, making six figures since 2010 from specifically from internet marketing, and I've dedicated my life to this. I've worked with over 1,000 businesses, many businesses, helping them in many capacities having to do with internet marketing. And I'm 100% self taught. So I've gone from freelancer starting out, I was just a video guy, really. And then I kind of started gaining my skills as I kept on getting more and more clients. So then starting my own marketing and advertising agency to now where I focus on really mentoring and coaching. And I still have an agency I run for larger businesses that we help. Where were you in 2008? Because this is really when my journey began, was in that financial crash, which was so insane. At the same time, I had my first kid who is now 15, which is insane. But back then, I had lost my job. I lost everything. I had no idea what I was going to do. So I had to move back into my parents' house, and my parents actually just got divorced as well. So it was my dad's house. And it was a crazy time for me. I had zero in the bank. I had zero business experience, zero internet anything experience. And trying to figure this out, I lived with my dad for 2.5 years to the point to where then my wife got pregnant again. And we just decided to keep on going and keep trying. We had to move out of my dad's house, and I started really launching into my video production business, which I know that I just had to keep focus on being attentive to being disciplined to learning over and over and over to where I got my mom to buy me back then. This was a really cool camera, and it allowed me to start immediately making six figures. And that really showed me the time where every obstacle I faced was actually an opportunity. There was no obstacles. And I really went around the map a lot, trying to figure out different business models, different things to do, passive income, all this types of things, until I really did find the keys that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video that are going to unlock an AI agency, but well beyond AI, well beyond just the technology. It unlocks how to actually help businesses grow no matter what the tools are that you have in front of you. So, over the last 15 years, being with my family was the number one motivation that kept me focused on building my skills, no matter how hard it was and how long it took. That was my daughter there when she was first born, and these are my three kids now. Now, this did take me 15 years to master, but I know by following the right path from an experienced mentor, anyone can do the same thing in months rather than years. So, when it comes to starting an AI agency, these are the things that you really need to understand and know. And the main first one is where you can leverage AI right now. And that's really just voice and text based AI applications and services, mainly email, SMS, text message, and direct messaging on social media platforms and things like that. These are all the best use cases of all of the businesses that are running AI agencies or AI businesses. It's all based around these main areas, and it's mainly just voice and text. So that would be voice would be like receptionist or calling or having things be called, and then having the agent act as you or as your company receptionist, whatever. And then text can be also like blogs, and it can be posting and things like that. There's a lot more you can learn there, but the biggest agencies and the biggest apps and the biggest spaces that make the most money is really voice and text. Next, it's going to be really learning the basics of how to actually get traffic. You got traffic, and then you got to turn that traffic into leads, and then those leads into sales. And so you really need to learn the main platforms, which is Facebook ads and Google ads. You need to learn both of those in order to really help any business with AI, because at the end of the day, it's going to really come full circle very quickly, and AI agencies are going to be a dime a dozen. If you can't bring a return on investment, not just AI shenanigans, then you're really not going to have a business for very long or an agency. So you need to get experience running ads and being able to leverage getting traffic for businesses, because so many businesses, that is the first problem they have. You'll try to sell them AI, you'll talk to them about AI, and then you'll ask them, hey, how many people visited your website yesterday? How many leads did you get from that? And they don't know these answers, and they probably have zero. So you really got to start from square one, and AI is not going to help a business that isn't already working. AI can really only help things that are already working well and help them improve better. Then, once you understand how to run ads for any business and be able to get traffic to their website or traffic to their offer, and the same thing with Google Ads, and then actually have real use cases of doing that beyond AI. Okay, we can set up a lot of things with AI, but there's too many demos that don't have real ROI attached. Running ads and having real ROI attached to that is a much bigger leveraging point than just saying, hey, look what I built in N8N. I can build it for you. And then the business owner will ask you, well, did it make any money? And you'll be like, I don't know. I've never actually ran it for a business, right? That's not helpful. Then what the main thing is, you want to be able to leverage and pitch that you can help increase the bottom line of any business to at least 30% using AI. And then those main goals would be through DM, email, and text message. And that's where you could best leverage AI right now as an agency. Those would be your core offers, because that is where AI is currently today. Then once you have these things really down and mastered, then you can get into learning to start approaching clients, attracting clients, and then getting even freelance work if you don't want to jump down the full agency rabbit hole, if you rather just build up more work from there. Once you follow this path, and if you do it in this way, you're going to save the most time, you're going to eliminate the most pains, and you're going to really be able to make six figures as fast as humanly possible, because you're going to go into the marketplace with actual use cases that are from real businesses that have real results. And that's what business owners want to see, is results, and they want to be pitched results, right? So now that you know how to immediately move the needle for companies, you get paid for the work you do and not for your time. Not getting paid for your time is the biggest and maybe the hardest mindset shift that must be made in everyone's mind. It is so difficult to get out of. It's not about trading time for money, because then if you focus on that, you won't be able to charge more. You will always put a cap on how much you charge. Helping businesses, companies increase their sales by at least 30% through email, SMS, and DM is super easy to do using AI, but you can't do any of that unless you learn these basic skills first. And that's how to not just learn how to do them, but have proof that you can show to clients that actually say, hey, I actually did this for a business and got some sort of results that I could show you, right? And that's firstly really SMS and email. Text message is going to be the number one platform that you can leverage AI with for e-commerce, for service-based businesses, for any based business, because it's the easiest execution out of the box that you can do. Also, voice can do that, but it's a little bit more when it comes to really leveraging that the most, because most people still text message more. And then email is still always going to be a ruler and king when it comes to ROI. Everyone undervalues it, but it always does bring a return. Then you have to go after cold traffic, and the two main sources that are available on cold traffic. Learning Meta, Facebook, and Instagram ads is a valuable skill. It will always be a valuable skill as long as there are still people using that platform for whatever it is they're offering. It could all change very rapidly. Social media could not exist anymore, but they're still going to have users, and they're still going to offer advertising. Same thing with Google Ads. Google Ads is only going to increase. So understanding and learning how to run Google Ads is only going to benefit you now. And then also, once you match that and attach that with AI and use AI on many different ways to use both Facebook ads and Google ads and any cold traffic, you're going to be that much better than people that are just learning AI and have to go backwards. So you need to learn these skills and then get real work experience as much as possible. Contact anyone that you know and ask them, hey, can I start running ads for you? I need to learn. Or contact businesses and offer like a entry level super cheap price, whatever it takes to get work from anyone that you possibly know, or start running ads for yourself rather than paying for a bunch of courses. Start running ads and figuring it out and spend that money and actually go and do that. The last thing would then be really looking at how to grow each of these channels, because it's once you figure out how to start just sending messages, then it's about uh, sh- the strategic strategy behind you being able to actually have a campaign is what I'm trying to work into here. Being able to have something that you can say to a client really that says, hey, here's this idea, here's the strategy, here's how it's going to work. And then we're going to implement it, we're going to do it, and then it's going to provide this result and it's going to give us this ROI, right? That is the main skill. Once you understand how to do all of those individual platforms, then it's really combining it together so that it all works, and then you can really commit and convince anyone because of your results that you can bring in an extra 20 to 40% of revenue from particular channels specifically, and that all could be from using AI. And you really don't have to leverage AI that much, honestly, when it comes to doing all this. It's not like building a bunch of custom crazy workflows. This is all stuff that businesses still need to do. AI just makes it a lot easier to do it. All right. If you go over to aiagnets.com, I have a special offer for you, which starts out with the AI Mastery course, which is worth $997 when sold alone. And this course is going to really cover the A to Z for building your AI agency. And most importantly, be able to save you time and money so you don't make a bunch of mistakes out of the gate, be able to start getting clients immediately, and figure out the way that you want to go after increasing your revenue, whether that be recurring or whether that be retainer. We have a lot of customization that you can do. Then we get into more granulars, into courses that specifically help you do things like learn and master N8N and APIs so that you can connect anything on the internet, automate anything on the internet, unlimited for any clients, be able to white label start your own for any clients, not have to be reliant upon large SaaS. Next, we have the AI Product Launch Mastery, which is super important to help you build momentum and buzz before you launch anything. In my opinion, before you go start your agency or try and launch any sort of product into any marketplace, go build an audience first. And that's what you learn in the AI Product Launch Mastery, is how to build an audience around your niche focus before you go out there and try and waste a bunch of time and money building a product that maybe no one will buy. So you don't want to miss that one. Next, we have Go High Level Mastery, which is worth $497 when you purchase it alone, because it teaches you the fastest possible results that you can get from AI right now today in this current state of AI that don't require you to go and really do any coding at all. And I mean that it's not a low code situation, but it immediately leverages AI that actually matter the most for businesses. So when I talk about text message, DMs, and emails and using AI for those, Go High Level is going to be the platform right out the gate, right out the box, that actually allows you to start using that with AI as fast as possible. You don't have to pay. You do have to pay for Go High Level, but like for you don't have to pay for extra SaaS or extra APIs or anything like that besides that one software, and it's all inclusive. So it's very important right now for leveraging any sort of advanced marketing for yourself or for your clients. AI YouTube Mastery is going to teach you how to start getting leads, build an audience on YouTube specifically for your niche, no matter what you're doing, and then use AI to do that. And that could mean all the way up to having AI fully create your videos. That could mean N8N programming it all, or really having the highest possible output by leveraging many different AI methods and then editing it in an end compiler at the end. Maybe that being even a human that you have that edited it for you, but you have AI build all of the assets. There's many different ways we can really leverage it, but utilize YouTube mainly as a massive lead generation source and a massive traffic source that's only growing and growing more and more as we go. So you will be able to immediately start a YouTube channel, start getting leads, start building an audience, and actually, grow a business from YouTube, not just a channel. It's the main focus of the AI YouTube mastery. Next, getting into AI Google Ads mastery, and this really does focus on how to leverage AI to find the best possible keywords for your ads, for SEO as well, to be able to go out there and not waste any money on spending ads on anything except for what should be focused on. And we have some advanced trainings coming out about that you can really attach LLMs. You can leverage some thought. But we're not quite at the point to where we have good enough AI that can actually run all your ads, because you really do need a human in the loop to have any paid traffic running. You still need a high level media buyer that's in charge of it all. But what you learn in AI Google Ads Mastery is how to really get almost 99% of a junior media buyer's job done by AI. And that's also what you learn inside of the Meta AI, AI Meta Ads Mastery course, which all of these are going to be available standalone for sure for this price. But you learn how to really make the highest possible assets for Meta, whereas for Google, it's obviously not as asset heavy, but for Meta, it is very asset heavy and it's not keyword focused. So it's really focused on having the best possible creative, getting it out there as fast as possible, and then testing as frequently as possible, as cheap as possible, so that you can find creative that will actually kick off and work. And that's what you'll learn in the AI Meta Ads Mastery course. Next, then, is going to be the AI lead generation mastery. And this is where if you're a business that needs leads, these are going to be the exact tools that you need to be leveraging right now to start getting leads. And that means creating content using any way that you can attract leads, any way that you can actually go after leads, and then all of the platforms and networks that you can leverage, and how you can use AI to go after and get leads on them. That could be LinkedIn automation, Instagram DMing, it could be scraping Google Maps, and cold messaging, cold text messaging, cold emailing businesses. All of the possible ways that you can get leads and then enrich them and be able to contact them and reach out to them. All of those methods, you're going to learn those. And then the specific methods I personally have cold message with AI over 100,000 businesses in the last 4 months. So this is a really fresh training that's going to teach you how you can leverage AI. And a lot of people are like, you can't cold text message that many people. It's not legal, and that's true, but there are ways around it. And that's what you will learn on how you can go out there and leverage the highest open rate communication channel, which is text message, how you can leverage that, how you can grow that, how you can build that yourself. And then email. Email is always going to be the bedrock of any foundational AI, because it is so powerful no matter what anyone thinks. It is so powerful. And there's a lot you can do with cold emailing in the lead generation course. That's what we talk about. But building an email list is still going to be, it's always going to be something that your business needs to focus on and do. So you need to do it. You need to leverage it. Your clients need to leverage it and do it forever, really. And this one is really kind of future proofing your agency, and all of the updates that are going to be involved in this offer as well are going to be future proofing as much as possible. And what that means is, my theory is the future AI agencies are going to be creating their own independent stacks for businesses. So, for example, you go the business owns a computer. Maybe the agency buys it. Maybe the business buys it. Doesn't really matter. But you buy a really high level AI processing computer that lives inside the business in the closet somewhere. The agency really is programming and then running that computer and keeping it going. And inside that computer is all of the open source, the best open source AI, so that the business doesn't have to pay any monthly recurring fees. They really just have to pay once for getting it set up and then have somebody run it, right? Just like any business, they have to have something run. So this is just going to be a way that you can start doing that and leveraging that now. That's what you're going to learn in that course. It's going to be super awesome, and there's going to be a ton of updates coming out. So again, go on and check out aiagnance.com for a special offer to grab all of that today. And I thank you so much for joining me in this video. Really appreciate you. Please comment and let me know anything that you would like to learn, anything that you are struggling with in life or in AI in general. I really appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to give a like and a subscribe if you're not already. And I do have a ton of free offerings on my website as well if you want to check that out. But this offer is a very limited time and is constantly developing. So you want to jump in and grab this today. Thank you so much. Have a great day.